I think everyone will get a real kick out of these soccer jokes. It's time to get the ball rolling on all this humor. There are some players who are scoring, but they're nowhere near the stadium. I'll have to admit that joke was a bit forward. It's my goal to make people chuckle over all these jokes. Sometimes when a player is kicked out of the game, he sees red. He might pitch a fit, and he might feel a bit ejected. I promise there was no coaching involved in coming up with these jokes. Sometimes when a player kicks the ball, he wonders if his kick will be successful. It's up in the air. At the last World Cup, everyone brought their vuvuzelas. There's so much noise in the stadium. I thought that behavior really blows. The officials didn't do anything about that, so they dropped the ball on that one. There was a lot of horny people in the stadium. They were promoting themselves. They were blowing their own horns. Sometimes one team can't make a single goal against the other team in 45 minutes. That ain't the half of it. When a player trips another player, he fails to consider the gravity of the situation. He's just the fall guy. He needs to face up and admit he's been defeated. Then he has a falling out with the ground. He's having a trippy experience. If one player on one team slaps a player on the other team with a chicken, will he be penalized with a foul? He will get a uniform response, and maybe he will be given the boot. This one player was caught taking a potty break on the field, so the referee gave him a yellow card. I'm having a real field day with these jokes. When it comes to soccer jokes, my cup runneth over. Part of a soccer team was kidnapped. Someone called and said, "We have your backs." This one gal was mad at another gal in the stands, so she said, "I'm going to soccer." It's like one person on the soccer team said to his fellow player, "I have a new idea for moving the ball down the field. I want to bounce it off you." When someone misses a kick, they say, "That's how the ball bounces." If someone deliberately harasses the goalie, it will net them a penalty. Now let's talk about Louis, the one player who's famous for biting his opponents. He's making a bad impression on other players. His behavior really bites. He must be craving attention, so I guess for him that behavior works in a pinch. He bit someone on the shoulder and now he has to shoulder the responsibility for his actions. He bit someone else on the arm, so that may cost him an arm and a leg. He may have bitten off more than he could chew. They asked him what his suspension was like. He said, "It's no biggie, it's no sweat." All the governing body did was suspend him for a few matches after each biting incident. So you might say the law has, or the rules have no teeth. What they really should do is clamp down on his behavior.